So hi guys, let's continue with our third lesson, and on this video we're going to look at how exactly then you use the wall tool actually to design a simple structure. In this case guys, you're going to look at how exactly you can be able to design a very simple one-bedroom apartment, right? So let's get started. Now, as on our previous video we looked at that you're supposed to set which exactly of these are you using, whether you're using the outside face, the center face, the inside face or something, and then we set the wall thickness. For last, we'll continue with 200. The height of our structure is actually 27. And we are going to, in this case now, to use this option. But it's almost important also that you go ahead and actually start exercising this exercise, because the only way you can be able to understand ARCHICAD is actually when you do a lot of exercises, when you do a lot of practice, as we know that practice makes perfect. So continue doing more exercise, and then you're going to understand. Now guys, there is one concept that I want first of all to make it clear, that when you're using center to center, let's say, for example, I want to draw a wall where inner to inner distance will actually be, let's say, 3,000, right? So if I draw that wall here, I draw here a wall which exactly is 3,000. For example, now I can just go ahead and put 3,000, enter, and on this side I do 300, 3,000 I mean, enter. And on this side again 3,000, and on this side 3,000. So I've built a wall of kind of a cube of 3 meters. So I want we come here, you see here on the document, and then we select on the dimension so that we can be able to see what is the dimension. Now I'm going to come here and actually click on the wall, click that wall, and click this wall, right? And then I'm going to click, say okay, and then move this where I want this dimension to be. So I'm gonna place it there. You see? So now you see the measurement now is 28. The reason why it's actually 28 is when you're using center to center distance is that you are measuring the distance. So the 3,000 was actually from here to here. You see? So if I take here dimension, and then I come here, click there at the center, and click here at the center. If I take that measurement, you see guys, it reads 3,000 because that measurement is from the center to center. That is what 3,000 in this case will mean. So if I want to draw, I'm going to actually take half of the wall, and also on this side half of the wall, because that will be included when actually you're using the center to center option, this one. So if I want to draw a wall of 3,000 inner to inner distance here, I am supposed actually now to use 3,200. I don't know you understand. Now let's look at that. Now for me to have this, I'm going now to say on this side I'm going to do 3,200 like that, and also here I'm going to have 3,200, and also here I'm going to use 3,200, and also here guys you can see 3,200. Now if I come here and take the dimensions, you can see click there, click here, and then press. You see now I have 3,000 as a inner to inner distance. So the wall thickness, I'm taking half of it, 100, and also this side 100, and then inner to inner distance is 3,000. So that's why I'm using 200. I hope now that is very clear when actually you're using the center to center distance. So if I want, for example, to draw a wall which is let's say 7,000 inner to inner, I'm supposed then to use what? If my thickness of the wall is 200, I'm supposed to use then 7,200. You see? So enter, and then on this side I want to use probably 9,000, so I'm gonna say 9,200. You see? So I'm including the center to center distance of that wall. You see? So if I bring that, then I come here on the dimension, I can actually now click there. As you see now, guys, I have the dimension to be 7. On this side, we want 9,000. So now it will be correct because we have used 9,200. So that is the beauty of understanding how to take measurement. Now, guys, I want to draw a wall here at the center, right? No, I want to draw here at the center. I want to draw another wall. There are a number of ways you can do that. The first one is actually to take the wall and actually draw it at the center. What happens in most of the case, your wall is actually going to be divided into two parts. It's going to have the end and also at the center. You see, for example, here, this is the center part. You see there is that kind of a tick mark. Yeah, there. Now I can just draw it downward. You see, I can just bring it there. So I have drawn a wall there. So there's another option, guys, where I can just drag this wall. You see, I can actually highlight this wall and right click, and then come here on move, and then I can say drag a copy. You see, you can drag this copy and drag it to the distance that you want. So I just only need to like the distance, for example, 2,000. You see, so if that distance that I want to move, so that is 2,000. So yeah, so there's that option. But guys, I know you have noticed one thing here, that once I select this wall, it's actually selecting the whole of the wall. Why? You are supposed to come here. You see here, suspend groups. So you're supposed to click there. So it's actually to be active. So I've suspended this wall. So if I now click away from the wall, and then I come back and click, you see now it highlights only that wall. But if now I click here again, you see it select the whole wall, because we drew our wall using this option here. You see, so that's the reason why we used a polygonal, right? So if I want only this wall, come here, click there, suspend group, and then now you can be able to work with only one wall. You see, you can work with this wall, work with this wall, work with this wall, work with this wall. Now, what about if now I don't want to draw the wall? So we drew this wall. So what about if I want to drag this wall? I can actually select that wall and now right click. And then once I have this option, I'm going to come here on move, and then I'm saying drag a copy. You see, let me show you the difference. There is drag, so drag. You see, I'm dragging that, right? So let me go back. And then I can do again. I can have it again, select, move. But then now instead of drag, I'm going to use drag a copy. Drag a copy, you see? Can drag a copy. So what the center of this one is actually 35. So, but I'm going to use 3,600, right? Because of the center to center distance, right? So you see, I've dragged a copy of this. So I'm going now to have 2 copies, right? So either you can drag that one or you can drag this one. So also I can actually drag this and say right click, move, and then you say drag a copy, and then you can have this one here. So you can actually move it by 36. So now that will be the center. Now, if you want to see whether this wall is actually at the center, you can come here on dimension and check the dimension. So just click all the walls and then light, and then you can do that. You see, now it's 34, 34, 34. Now, guys, you might find that in your dimension, maybe these are not readable, right? So what you're supposed to do is to come here and change the size. So I can come here, highlight. So I need to select, for example, if this is not clear on your diagram, just highlight that dimension or the dimension you want, and then come here and change the size. So for example, you can use 3. You see? Yes. If further it is not actually visible, you can come here at the bottom and actually change the scale. You see here we have the scale. So use a scale of 1:50. Instead of 100, click on 1:50. You see like that? Yeah. So now this one you can use maybe a bigger, but if now you can go ahead and go back to 100, you see it is visible. So those are the 2 ways in which, so if I want to increase this size, I can come here and change this. You see the font size. You can choose, for example, to use 3. Yeah, so that's how you check on that. Now you can highlight also this one and maybe choose 3 here, like that. So that's how you draw and ensure that you have the right dimensions. So I'm going ahead and actually delete this one because that's not what exactly we are doing. Now I want also, guys, we drag this wall again. So I want to design a 2-bedroom house. So I want here to have bedroom, a bathroom, a shared bath, and a bedroom. Here we're going to have the lounge and the kitchen here, right? So I'm going to draw a wall. So draw a wall, and then I'm going to come here at the center. You see here, the center, and then click. Now I'm not going to draw a wall all the way. I'm drawing on it up to this point. So I'm going to go all the way to the center of the wall, right? And then left click, and then right click, and then say, okay, so I have that wall there. But guys, you know, now I have, so you can come here on dimension and check what the dimensions are. Just click on the walls, right click, and then say, okay, 44, 44, which is good. So that means that wall is at the center. You can go ahead and delete that. Now, what we're going to do, I want now to have a bathroom here. So how am I going to do it? Let's say the bathroom will be what? 1500. So 1500. So you need to do some calculations. So let's see. So we have this and this. So the whole distance here is actually 9,000. So take your calculator. Let's see. So take your calculator and let's do the math, So the distance, the inner to inner distance is actually 9,000, right? But what exactly that I want to have a bathroom at the center, and that bathroom, guys, will actually be 2,000, right? But remember, we are also going to have a wall here separating this bedroom to the bathroom, and also another wall here separating the bathroom and the, you see, guys. So what should be the size, what should be the distances? So I'm going to say 9,000, guys, remember, minus the size of the bathroom will be 2,000. So minus that 2,000. Then I'm going to minus the thickness of the two walls. So each wall is actually 200. I'm going also to minus another 200 because I have two walls. So that's what exactly that I've done. So now I have 66. So each bedroom now, so this is the distance that will have the bedroom. So I'm going to divide this by 2. You see, now my bedroom will be 3,300 as the length, right? So this distance. So that's what exactly will happen. So I have 33 and 2,000. So guys, I need now to make a copy of this, right? So let me select this and drag a copy. And now, guys, I'm going to drag this all the way to here, right? You see? So I've brought that wall all the way to where I have the other wall because I want now to move this wall in this direction so that now I can have 33. So I'm going also to select this, and now I'm going to right click, move, and then drag. I'm not going to drag a copy, but drag. So I'm going to drag this one, and then I'm going to drag it at a distance of 33. You see? Now, if now I come and measure here, you can see now I have my bedroom to be 33 as we said, right? So I'm going to do the same on this one. So I'm going to drag. So I'm going to drag. I'm going to drag this one here, but now I'm also going to drag it again. I'm dragging this one so that then I have exact measurement. I'm going to show you another trick when you're doing on the sitting area. So here I'm now going to say 3,300 like that. You see? Now, so if now I check here, I'm going to have 33. So I need actually to delete now this wall. Now, you see, now it's 33. So what exactly I want, guys, is we check now the dimension. So what is the dimension? You see, come here, check that, check that, check that, check that. Let's say, okay, here. You see now we have 33 as we said, 33. We have 33, 200, 2,000, 233. So you need to do the calculation so that you don't mess around, right? So now we have the bathroom, the bedroom, the bedroom. Here, guys, we're going also to draw a wall, here, so that then we can have a door to this bedroom and also a door to this bedroom. Now, guys, I want to now design the sitting area, right? So on the sitting area, guys, we're going to draw a wall. So let me come here on the wall. And I'm going to draw this wall somewhere here. So I'm going to just select anywhere and then draw a wall. Maybe even I can draw it at the center here. There. You see? Now, what I want, guys, is that I want my wall to actually be straight with this one. You see? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this wall and I'm going to say move, drag. And then I'm going to drag this at the center and then drag it all the way to the center of that wall. You see now this wall is straight. The reason why you want it to be straight, probably, if you're going to put a beam, it's going to come straight. You see, so that is good. So now we are going to have, this is the sitting area and also this is the kitchen. right, guys? But also we want to have the what we call the entry porch, guys, here. So I'm going to cut also a section here, right? So let's first of all take the dimension and see what is the dimension here by just clicking on the walls, so that then we have the dimensions. You see, guys, you have to work with the dimensions because that is what exactly going to help you in anything that you're going to do, right? So sorry for that. So yeah, so you're going to have that as a dimension. So our dimension here is 5500. This is 33. So what, guys, I want the sitting room to be actually 4000, right? I want it to be 4000, right? So the distance from here to somewhere here will be 4000. So I want my lounge to be 4000. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to select this. So select that wall, and then I'm going to drag a copy now because I want another copy. So drag a copy, and then I'm going to drag it all the way and light 4000. So ensure that you're following, it's actually 90 the angle. So I'm going to say 4000. You see, now I have 2 copies. So I've dragged a copy of this. So that's why now we have 2 copies. Now let's come here and see the dimension, whether it's actually correct. Yeah, you see now it's 38, you see? So what I need is to move this further by 200 because I want 4000. So I need to move this, so drag by, what the distance? 200 now. Like that. You see, now we have the dimension to be 4000, you see? So now, guys, it's like now I think we can, also again, guys, here, I want to also have here the rear porch of the kitchen. Huh? So what I'm going to do, you see here I have 33. I want this kitchen to actually have 24 inner to inner dimension. Inner to inner dimension. So I'm going to select this wall, and I'm going to move that wall. So drag a copy, guys, and then I'm going to drag that copy by 2400. You see, now, guys, we need to come back here and check the dimensions. So click that wall, click that wall, click that wall, because these are all we want to see the dimension. You see, now here, guys, we have 2200, 2900. But I think, guys, because this rear porch of the kitchen, where exactly probably going to have the laundry area or something, I need also to be big, like 900 is actually also fine. So we're going to leave that one like that. So let's do the final thing, guys. We are going now to light these rooms, but before we do that, there's a wall also we want to draw here, right? So I'm deleting all the dimensions so that, you know, the purpose of this video was actually drawing this 2-bedroom house. Now you're going to come here on text. You see here, we have here on document. So you see, click on document, and then come here on text, guys. So you click on text, and then, guys, you're going to come here and or anywhere, for example, here on the sitting room or the lounge, and left click. You see, left click. So like you double click on the left button, you left click, double left click. So you see, so what I've done, I've text, and then left click, double, and then here I'm going to light lounge, guys. Lounge. So that is our lounge. You see, so you have the text, guys. Actually, guys, you can go ahead and change some of these things, but we're going to look at it later. So it's only that I want you to understand how you can name these things, right? So come here and lounge. So here we have the lounge. So you can change the size of the letter here. You see this color is this, you can actually change it here. So for example, black, you see now it's black. So but let's just maybe put it red, for example, you know. Yeah, so then you can make it maybe bold, you know, here this bold. You can make it italic. Yeah, so you can do all these things here, or you can even underline it, but you don't need to do any of that. Now what exactly, guys, I can do, I can also now click also text, and then come here. So if I want to change the size, you can come here. If I want to change the text style, you know, you can just come here and and change the one that you want. But I think Arial is also fine. Yeah, then you can change the color if you really want, maybe to red or blue. Let's use blue here. And then you can come here and left click, double left click like that, and then say this is bedroom. maybe bedroom 1, right? Yeah, so you see, you have that. Now you can also here come again here and say bedroom 2. Bedroom 2 there, guys, you see. So you have a bedroom 2 there. So bedroom 2. So guys, before we continue, you see here, this is where we are going to have the bathroom. So what we're going to do, guys, is I want to draw a wall here, and I leave a distance of 1 meter as the corridor. That's going to connect the bedrooms, the bathroom, and the bedroom. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the wall tool here, ensure it's center to center. The thickness is actually 200. And actually for this one, I can change the thickness. Let's use 150, guys, because this is an internal wall, right? So I'm going to use 150. So I'm going to draw this wall anywhere, you know. I can draw it anywhere, so I don't have to be half specific. So what I'm going to do, as we have said, is that we're going to move this wall. I'm going to right click, then drag. So I'm going to drag. I'm not going to drag a copy. So drag it at the edge there. And then, guys, I'm going now to drag it again. And then I'm going to drag it at a distance of 1,000. Like that. You see? So what I need, guys, is to come now, take the dimension and check whether I have here the distance, the inner to inner distance should be 1,000. But guys, you see, it's 1,000. This is 2250, and this is 150. The wall thickness, guys, is 150, and this wall, guys, is 200. So I can go ahead and actually delete that because now it's fine. And then now I can say, I can write what this is. Now I need to come here, text, click on text, and then I can come here and say this is 2. This is maybe, let's use size 2 instead of 3. And then here I'm going to say this is bath, like that, you see. So that is bath. And then here we're going to let click again, say kitchen. Yeah, kitchen. Yeah, I think that way. Now, guys, if I don't want to come all the way to here, I can actually copy this. I can actually drag a copy, move, drag a copy, and place it here. You see? And then I'm going to left click, and then select this text. And then I can write, for example, Leah Poch. Leah Poch, like that, you see. So that is the Leah Poch. You can actually also move and drag a copy and bring it here. Yeah, so you see, I'm dragging a copy, and this now will be there. I can now, instead of highlighting the whole thing, I can highlight only the Leah and say this is the entry Poch, like that, guys. So that is how you draw a wall. Now you can come on the 3D, and then you can see what you have been doing. You see now you have all the walls you have designed. So on the next lesson, guys, we're going to look at more on these designs. So see you next on the next video, and ensure you like, subscribe on our YouTube channel.